Hey guys, so I just got back from seeing Jurassic World. Today kind of marks a special anniversary in the fact that I've been doing these reviews for 3 years now. Holy shit, who would ever thunk it? I said funk it, not. Anyways, I I never would have guessed I would be doing this for 3 years now, and it's pretty amazing to me. I started out doing these reviews on and posting them on my Facebook wall, and only for my friends to see. And then about a year later, Facebook decided to not let me post any more videos. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna post them on YouTube then," and the rest is history. I thank anybody who's been watching my videos from the beginning. I've had fun doing these. I'm gonna continue doing them for a while until I decide, fuck it, I'm not doing them anymore. Um, and I guess it would only be fitting that for the 3 year anniversary, I review one of the biggest movies of the year, Jurassic World. Jurassic World, I'm not gonna lie, I was I'm a huge fan of Jurassic Park. Love the original. People always talk about that one film that they grew up watching, and they remember sitting in the movie theater and being mesmerized and falling in love with film. Jurassic Park is that movie. People will point at stuff like Star Wars or King Kong or Back to the Future. I don't know, stuff like that, as being those films that they remember just falling in love with film instantly. Jurassic Park was that movie for me. I was 4 years old when I saw that movie. I remember just sitting there going, while watching it, like, I'm just like mesmerized, and like the effects were amazing. Still to this day, I think the effects are amazing. The dinosaurs look amazing. Even the CGI was pretty good for '93. It was a great movie. I love it. Still stands the test of time. Now, as far as the sequels go, I'm one of the few people that actually likes Lost World Jurassic Park. I know it has a lot of faults. It has a lot of stupid moments. Like, why the fuck would you take the baby T-Rex? I still never understood that. But it is still a lot of fun, and it has one of my favorite moments in the whole fucking franchise, and the fact that the T-Rex takes over San Diego. That scene still is great to me. And Jurassic Park 3 sucked. That's all I'm going to say about it. It sucked. It's not worth my time talking about it. So Jurassic World looked like it had a lot of promise. All the previews I've seen from it looked like it was going to be a lot of fun. I like Chris Pratt, I like Bryce Dallas Howard. It even looked like they had Vincent D'Onofrio, stuff like that. They had like a whole good cast in this thing. And I was, I kind of like the idea that they finally built a whole park in a full breathing park of guests and tourists all over, and then dinosaurs run amok. I was like, that could be kind of fun. And this movie seems to kind of have everybody split right down the middle. Either people love it or they hate it. There's like no in between. So I was like, all right, let me throw my 2 cents in. Let's see what I thought of it. You know what? This movie, I kind of agree with a lot of the criticism that this movie is getting. I do. Holy shit, I don't know if anybody heard that. Holy fuck. Anyways, that was thunder outside my window. Yeah, it's storming outside. So if you hear that loud bang, that came out of fucking nowhere. Holy shit. Anyways, I've heard to get this review done before the electric goes out. Anyways, I was, I agree with a lot of the criticisms that people are giving this movie, but while I say that, I did have a lot of fun watching this film. I do recommend it. See it in the theater. I had a blast. I kind of compare it, and I've heard a lot of people compare it to this being this year's Godzilla, and the fact that it has a lot of the same faults that Godzilla had, but also at the same time, it has a lot of the things I loved about Godzilla. Honestly, though, I kind of like this movie a lot more than Godzilla, which I'll get into why. But anyways, I like, as far as the human actors in this film, they're not very memorable. I will say that. They're not, like Godzilla, they're not very memorable, but I also will say that they're better in this movie than they were in Godzilla, even though Godzilla did have Bryan Cranston, even though he died like 20 minutes into the film. Chris Pratt is great. I love Chris Pratt. The guy is a goddamn very good comedic presence. And also can be serious at times in this movie. He's playing a very serious character. He's not a comedic relief. He is. I like the whole relationship between him and the Raptors, which I'll talk about a little bit more. I thought that was kind of fun. Like, he's like the alpha nerd, to these Raptors, which is kind of interesting. I mean, it was bringing a new take on the Raptors, and I thought that was interesting. He was black. He was really good in this. I thought he carried the movie. I also like Bryce Dallas Howard. She's a very pretty woman, by the way. Jesus Christ. And she basically is trying to be like the female version of John Hammond, and the fact that she has a lot of good intentions, but she does a lot of stupid fucking things, and doesn't realize it until it's too fucking late. As far, and like, Vincent D'Onofrio, of course, is the fucking villain in this movie. He's the military leader of Engine, which I'll get in that a little bit more here. He's good. I mean, it's Vincent D'Onofrio. The guy can be pretty much good in anything at this point. That's honestly, out of the characters, the human characters, those were the ones I can list that are the most memorable, and that's about it. That's one of the big problems. But I will say, I did like things I also did like about this movie were, one, the fucking Dominus Rex. I fucking love that thing. That thing was badass. That thing was he brought real threat to this fucking series. Like, he felt like he could just murder about anybody at any time with no warning. Like, he could camouflage himself. He could just sneak up on you, even though he's a big giant fucking dinosaur. Never thought that could be fucking possible, but he does. He sneaks up on people very fucking easily. This thing is like really good. Like, I liked it. Like, it brought a real threat to this series for the first time in a while, since like the introduction of like the T-Rex. I liked the Indominus Rex. I thought it was pretty badass. I also can't lie, I did like what they did with the Raptors. There was one thing I didn't like about the Raptors, which I'll get in a minute, but the Raptors, they kind of made them like I like this. This is interesting. I will say this. I like the fact that they're trying to, he's basically trying, or Chris Pratt is trying to train them and stuff like that. But also at the same time, this is different. This I was like, really, they're going this route? Engine wants to take these Raptors and train them to become military personnel, basically to replace soldiers in the battlefield. And also just take dinosaurs in general and just put them in the battlefield. That would be fucking awesome. I want to see that movie. I'm not gonna lie. Fucking dinosaurs versus tanks, or just fucking, just take them over to Iran or Iraq and shit like that. Just fucking, our wars would probably be over by very fucking quickly. That was pretty awesome. I like that idea. Literally, that is something that they introduced, and I'm hoping they kind of expand more in the future films. Because they kind of left it open where they kind of did take some of the embryos, the eggs, from the lab, and we're going to use them so they could build dinosaur soldiers. I'm not fucking joking. That was the plan of Engine. Also, at the same time, how the fuck is Engine still a company? How does anything how is this company still in business after all these years? I'm pretty certain they'd be done with all the lawsuits that probably were invoked because of fucking Jurassic Park. I don't know. I guess let's get into the faults of this movie. Biggest one that I cannot disagree with a lot of people on is the CGI. The CGI in this movie was sometimes not bad, but for the most part pretty fucking awful. Especially the Raptors. There was a couple times like, what the fuck did they do to the Raptors? I was like, and I'm like, it's kind of just sad because you're like, the original looks so much better than this shit. like that was 93. This is 2015. This kind of does look like shit. Like I'm sitting there like at some of the times I'm like, this doesn't look very good. Like the CGI is just very, very shoddy at times. It's like there's some points where it doesn't look bad. I'll admit that there are points where it doesn't look bad. I'm thinking that maybe that's why they didn't show the whole Dominus T-Rex until like maybe 20 minutes or maybe like later into the movie. It didn't show the whole body of him. Maybe the reason why is just to kind of hide the fucking CGI. I don't know. God, the CGI. God damn it. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I am not going to defend it. It did look a little shitty at times. I've even saw an article. It's like, is CGI getting fucking worse? I'm kind of in the boat. I don't know. It's kind of sad when the original film looked more realistic than this. Like pretty much a lot of shit CGI. There's a fucking crow that in the beginning that's CGI. God, like you can't get a fucking real crow. Like almost everything's CGI in this movie. There are a couple practical effects here and there that like it's just like. Anyways, like I said, human characters I couldn't give a flying fuck about. Especially the kids. I couldn't give a shit about these kids. Really, it like nothing about these kids interested me. I didn't give a fuck about anything that happened to them. I didn't give a fuck about their relationship with their mom, apparently, and their dad. Apparently, just halfway through the movie, out of nowhere, their parents might be getting a divorce. No setup to that whatsoever. It's just a conversation they fucking have for no reason. Reasons. I remember at the trailer, when I was watching the trailer, I was like, why the fuck would you send your kids off to an island full of dinosaurs? The reason why is that their aunt, Bryce Dallas Howard, owns the park, so that's why. So they get like a whole free access to the park for themselves. Sorry, my throat's a little. Anyways, yeah. So that yeah, like they were not very very good. Also, my only way I caught this movie basically could have fooled me as a fucking remake to Jurassic Park because honestly, for the most part, for pretty much almost, for the most part, except with a few exceptions here and there, this movie is almost a complete retelling of the original story. Think about it for a second. The owner comes up with something, comes up with this park, for dinosaurs, people to see dinosaurs. There's kids who she has her kid, or not her grandkids this time, but her nephews come down to see, and then they're in danger, and then she's worried, and then there's there's so many plot elements that are similar to the original, and even make it even worse, there's a lot of scenes that are just too eerily similar to the original. Like that scene where they're in that little globe sphere and they're being attacked by the Dominus Rex, There's literally like scenes that like are just copy and pasted from the scene where T-Rex attacks the kid's car in the original. Like there's the eyeball scene, like he looks down and his eyeballs glaring at them through the window. Um, it's and then there's like so much nods to the original films, like all over the place. Some of them were subtle. Like I'll give this movie that, like for the most part, they were subtle. They weren't. They're like blink and you'll miss them. Like I caught like I'm usually a person that don't see many Easter eggs, but there was a lot of them in this movie. There was like an Ian Malcolm book like sitting on the desk of the guy who has a Jurassic Park T-shirt. Yeah, he does. He literally has a fucking Jurassic Park T-shirt. And he like they're like, oh, that's just disrespectful. I'm like, you're like, that's disrespectful, really? You built a park on the same land where the original park was, to the point that like in a forbidden area they find like the original remnants of the building from the original film. Okay, so like just to show like iconic imagery from the original film. I'm like, all right, I get it. What else was I don't know. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm thinking there was something else I forgot to mention. Oh, fuck it. How the fuck did I forget? Let's talk about the ending. The reason why I actually recommend this movie. This movie, I'll give it like it's a slow movie to get going, and when it finally gets going, it gets pretty good and all that stuff like that. But what I kind of recommend this movie, and why one of the sole reasons why I recommend this movie is the fucking ending. This ending kicks ass. So much ass. Like, it just kept kicking away, like, kicking my ass. It was amazing. Oh my god. This thing was fucking incredible. I don't even want to spoil what happens at the end. But all I'm going to say is it involves the motherfucking T-Rex. Fucking yeah. I was like, I remember like being so disappointed. Like, there's going to be no T-Rex. Then some people were telling me, don't worry, T-Rex will pop up. And I'm like, where's the T-Rex? Where's the T-Rex? You see him briefly in one scene where he's eating a goat. And I'm like, that's it. That's all we're going to see, a T-Rex. Come on, man. And I'm like, come on, man. There was some, like, the whole end of the end fight scene between the Raptors and the Indominus Rex. It's like, where the fuck is the T-Rex? And then he fucking comes barging in. I'm like, ah! It's like the geek in me was just flipping out. It's just seeing me in the movie theater. It was fucking great. I love the T-Rex. T-Rex kicks so much ass. T-Rex is the man. And the Raptors get their moments to shine too. Oh yeah, the Raptors do. Towards the end, they have some pretty badass moments in it. Because the Raptors always stole the movies, even though I will say this, even though the T-Rex and the Raptors kind of do look pretty fucking fake. Really, at some points, like when they introduced the T-Rex, I went, yeah, I'm like, yeah, the T-Rex is here. Oh wait, it looks kind of shit. Ah, fucking, yeah, it's the T-Rex. I'm like, that was my reaction. I'm like, it kind of does look a little bit like shit, but whatever. I don't care. It's the T-Rex. That was pretty funny. My reaction was pretty funny in the theater. I'm kind of, that's a pretty mild version of what my reaction was in the theater when the T-Rex popped up. What? I'm thinking I forget something else here that I wanted to talk about. Yeah. Nah, there's nothing else, I don't think. Yeah. Go see it. It's not a bad film. It's not. It's entertaining. Like I said, the ending is pretty fucking awesome. Don't see it in 3D. 3D was fucking useless. Oh god, what is it useless? It was non-existent. As far as previews, I got a few new ones. I got the new trailer for Ted 2. Looking forward to that. It looks funny. It still does. A few new, like, it was pretty much almost the same trailer but also had a lot of scenes that were from like I've seen on TV spots. I have a bad feeling like the best jokes I've ever seen, but we'll see. The Martian, which is a movie where this kind of interesting film. It's from Ridley Scott, where or Matt Damon is a guy who goes on a mission to Mars and gets left behind on Mars. That sucks. It's like, that fucking sucks. Yeah. I don't know why it's called The Martian. That's a very weird name. And then he finds a way to communicate to his shipmates that he's still alive. They think he's dead, but he communicates that he's still alive, and they try to go back to Mars without NASA's permission to go save him. Whatever. It looks kind of good. I like Ridley Scott, even though he's done not very good movies the last few years. I got the new trailer for The Walk. Fuck that shit. I hate heights. That movie fucking is about freaking me out. Like, I was just sitting there about freaking out. I don't know if I'm the only one who's about freaking out because of that trailer. That looks insane. And it's gonna be in 3D. It's about the guy who tight-roped across from one Twin Tower to the other. And there's just like a facing down shot where all you see is just like him just standing on a tight wire, and all you see is like the ground, and I'm just sitting there like, like I hate heights, and that movie's gonna. I've about had a fucking panic attack watching that fucking trailer. God damn it, fuck that shit. I'm still gonna see it though. The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. It's the last film of the series. It looks like it'll be alright. Some reason they're being attacked by tar at the end of the trailer. I don't know or I think that's tar. I don't know. It's, I've watched all the rest of these movies. I'll see, might as well see this one, so fuck it. I like the series up to this point, so we'll see. And then the last trailer, the hell? I wrote Sourpaw, but no, it's Southpaw. The last trailer I got was Southpaw, that new Antoine Fuqua film, or I don't know if I'm saying his name right. The guy who made Training Day, The Equalizer, stuff like that. And White House Down. Not White House Down. No. Olympus Has Fallen. He is making a boxing movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. It looks kind of gritty. It looks like an Antoine Fuqua film. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of interested in that movie. We'll see. Again, like I said, we'll see. I've seen the commercials for that like for months now, and I was kind of wondering what the movie was about. Anyways, go see Jurassic World. I'll be back next week with Inside Out, and until then, I'll see you guys later.